Hello, 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 everybody. In today's video for the low introductory price sale of not putting onions in your chili, but pineapples instead. Listen, always be a pineapple girl rather than an onion girl, but this video is not just all about Anne Boleyn. So in today's video for the fair and introductory low price sale of absolutely nothing, you heard it here last, in very fair Verona where we lay our scene. We have a lot to talk about. First of all, we're going to be talking about Anne Boleyn, my most entertaining, most favorite YouTuber. She is just the best YouTuber. I love her videos, and you can fight me in the comments about that because she's just amazing. She makes content that no one has ever seen before. The content is amazing, and I just like to have a moment of silence for the surprise to set in. The moment is over. It never happened. So, you see, my favorite YouTuber, she's the most popular girl in school, Anne Boleyn. She basically got tricked and trolled on the internet, and it's great. It's a wonderful time to be alive, girls. I feel like a girl of 2019 again. And we're going to talk about how her audience tricked her and trolled her. And also the big question, who is looking for rarity if Tommy is coming to visit Ambi? We have a lot of lies that Anne Boleyn has told about her relationship. We're going to talk all about that. Also, Foodie Beauty is on a visa run and she doesn't want anybody to know about it. You know, deleted live stream, rage on the community page posts. Does the fun ever start? All right, we're going to get into it. But before we do, have you ever wanted to purchase a Kermit? Well, now you can. That's my game show host voice that 4 people or 2.5 people like. Now you can. This is my affiliate link to purchase a Kermit. And if you do end up purchasing one, please let me know so I can be excited for you when it ships. All right. So everything I'm saying, just for entertainment purposes only. Please don't take anything I say seriously. I'm sharing opinions, not facts. On publicly accessible information, first made public by public figures. Please don't go to these people's channels and leave mean-spirited, negative, discouraging, disparaging comments. Entertainment purposes only. Okay, so let's talk about this whole trolling of the fan art situation type deal. All right. So recently, my most favorite, my most entertaining YouTuber, Anne Boleyn Reid, at the end of her videos, she wants to convince you that she's loved and liked, and that is what this whole situation is about. What a tangled web we weave when first we practice
Not shower.
trying to convince you that she is very loved and she has all this fan art that she's being tagged in and she's reposting it to her channel. Okay, fan art, what I mean by that, if you guys don't know what it is, just maybe you never heard of it or whatever, it's when somebody draws a picture of somebody that they like, or in this case, what's behind door number 2? Basically, somebody draws a picture of somebody who's in the public eye, and they're a fan of them, right? Okay, so she's been posting these photos inside of her videos. What has happened? I saw on Despectful Moments Instagram, I'm going to link the Instagram down below, is what has happened is one of the people that I believe like came out and said like, more or less, I'm paraphrasing, they were just trolling her, okay? They were trolling her with the photos. It's a vocabulary channel. Sometimes it's hard to find the right word, but we get there. This is also a math channel. So, fine. Then, oh lordy, it's Kermie. I'm just kidding. Oh lordy, it's Jordy. Did a whole live stream where he did eventually show that like his initials were inside supposedly of one of the photos that was sent to Anne Boleyn.
What did you guys think of all the fan art? Did you like the fan art? I mean, this is something that she kind of implemented toward the end of Vlogmas. You know, people would send in a whole lot of things. I mean, some of these, you know, regardless of how you feel about Anne Boleyn, I mean, some of them are pretty good. I mean, some of these, you know, have a lot of artistic value to them, in my opinion.
So basically, what we have come to learn is that people are still trolling Anne Boleyn Reid. Jordy's initials inside of her eyes and, you know, like people trolling her. I'm reminded of a sonnet by Anne Boleyn Shakespeare, Hans Christian Anne Boleyn, when people used to write these like secret messages and she would repost them as like positivity on her Instagram stories, and then she realized there were secret messages like save Twinkie. Who knew it would be so relevant today when somebody should have saved Rarity? But I digress. See, the audience always knows what's going on and what's going to happen in the future, but you know, Amber doesn't want to admit that. So basically, we are still seeing the same type of trolling that used to happen with these secret messages that people would write to her. We're still seeing the trolling with the fan art. And then we used to see this when she had a P.O. box and people would send her trolling things. And the thing is, the common denominator here is her and her not understanding that a lot of this is trolling. I remember when she used to have a P.O. box because, she said she literally said that she was doing something nice for other people by having people send her free gifts. That's what she said. She said, well, I try to do something nice for you. I don't even understand how you can truly believe that you profiting off of your audience's real jobs is something nice for them, but okay. So, two common denominators. Number one, it's her and what she wants her audience to believe, and basically her not understanding that a lot of this is trolling, especially those things that got sent to her. There was a lot of trolling things that got sent to her in her P.O. box, which were obvious, and she just didn't understand. And the way that I know that she didn't understand is because she showed it. She wouldn't have shown people trolling her. Why is this really happening to her? It has to be said that, in my opinion, the fact that she has trolled for years and tried to mislead people with her content in order to get views, that is what trolling is. When you say a statement that you don't believe in, a misleading statement, and pretend that you do believe in it just to get, the views out of like people believing something that isn't true. She's done that for years. She's trolled for years. She's been trolled back. For example, her ex-girlfriend in her head, Valentine, started the relationship off by trolling her. People have trolled her for years. Here's the bottom line. I think the reason that this is happening to Amber and why she's being tricked and trolled by her audience so much is because what she is trying to post on the internet is a falsehood. And not just in her, like, filtering her pictures on TikTok, on videos, on Insta. I'm not talking about that. There's another, much more sinister way that she is trying to post her content in a false way. What am I talking about? She wants her audience that are watching her to believe that she has a fantastic relationship with the majority of her audience, that the majority of her audience loves her, and that people are sending in all this fan art, that she is beloved by the majority of the audience, that she has a great relationship with the audience. None of that is true. You have a few supporters, you have a small group of people that enjoy your content for, I guess we could say, for the right reasons. They just love your personality, they love you, and they watch you, and that's fine. But that is not the majority, nor is it the reason why most people are watching. Most people have a negative interest in you. Let's just say it. They're doing something called, dislike watching, and that's me being nice. You see how recently she's been trying to say that she gets paid to talk to her friends, but 5 seconds later, she says, oh, my audience are not my friends. They're gaslighting me. You guys are gaslighting me. Remember all the times that she wished ill will unto her subscribers, saying she hopes that they spend time in a hot room with the president, this future president? Like, you have a horrible relationship with your audience. In the last how many years, I can count on one hand how many times she's responded to any of the comments, even the positive comments that she's gotten on YouTube. You claim you don't read comments, you're lying about that. You don't respond to anyone, you've never pinned a comment on your YouTube channel. You have a bad relationship with your audience. You trash your audience. You don't like your audience. You've even said that you don't enjoy making content and you don't want to make videos. You said it on TikTok and on YouTube many times because of your audience, which is fine. But you're coming on with this fan art, just like you were coming on with, the P.O. box, to try to give the illusion and spin the false narrative that you have a fantastic audience that's doing amazing fan art for you and they love you. Basically, she's trying to convince her audience that, just don't know any better, like the small percentage of her audience that don't understand what's going on, that she has a fantastic relationship with her audience and all the trolling says otherwise. I think that she doesn't care about her audience at all, as evidenced by her not even hearting the positive comments, as her not answering positive comments. So, like, I think that when people troll her, Yeah, she gets embarrassed publicly, which, by the way, that's the point. The point of trolling her and tricking her is for her to be embarrassed publicly. I think, it is what it is. It's part of the game. It's part of the business here, but she doesn't care about her audience. She doesn't care about the people that are trolling her. So I get it that it's like a public thing where she gets tricked and other people consume it. But if you think that she doesn't care about people in her life. Do you want me to prove it to you? Why did you already, Amber, trash your girlfriend because you didn't like the kind of ornament, Amber Lynn says ornament that she got? I mean, there's all the proof you need. Anyways, that was the trolling scandal of 2024. I may never be the same. I may never be like a girl of 2019 again. I will link Jordy's channel down below. Okay, so yesterday we had discussed that Tommy is coming to visit Anne Boleyn, and a lot of you asked if Tommy is bringing Rarity. Remember when Anne Boleyn said that Tommy will never stop looking for Rarity? So I wonder if Tommy is still looking for Rarity. I think that anyone that believes what Amberlyn Reed has to say, I have a very large Bridget Kermits to sell you. She has clearly forgotten about that cat. I don't think that she's looking for that cat. I think that she told yet another lie about her relationship. This is ridiculous, okay? To see Anne Boleyn enjoying her life, celebrating her birthday, going out, as I've said before, while that cat is probably no longer with us and was just sacrificed in the elements because Anne Boleyn is a negligent person who didn't want to do anything, and that's why she lost Rarity. Do I think that a lot of you said in the comment section, like, oh, yeah, is Tommy going to bring Rarity? Of course not. I understand that you were being facetious. The idea is who is looking for Rarity? I don't think Rarity is ever coming back. I think Amber lied about everything, obviously about all that. And this is going to go one or two ways. Either she's going to get a new kitten and she's going to say, oh, my fur family, my babies, they were not complete. I needed to get a new kitten. Or she won't, right? Obviously, either this or that. I think she can't really take care of herself. And I think that it's very difficult for her to take care of her animals. And I think it's easier for her now that unfortunately, it is easier for her now that she has, two really, like two animals instead of three. And she posts inflaming content like this. Like, whenever I see you with an animal, I get not only upset, but it's very awkward and I get uneasy. When you are around, animals disappear. So I don't ever want to see you again with an animal. So, do I think that Amber's still looking for Rarity? And a lot of you said, who's going to be looking for Rarity if, Tommy comes here? Yeah. Amber lied about everything that she has ever said before. Move on to Foodie Beauty and Pete's. So, the other day we talked about how Foodie Beauty has been in Canada. Somebody sent her some email and they IP traced her to be in Canada. And she, for the billionth time, did not tell her audience that she was on a visa run to Canada. So she finally does this live stream from Canada and she appears to be at her aunt's house. And she even admits that she's at her aunt's house. And then she goes and she deletes this live stream, even though it was her that said that she was literally at her aunt's house. Make it make sense. Does the fun ever start? Okay. She basically says how she would never take Pete's money. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Pete's inherited $15,000 and decided to quit his job over that. Wonderful. And then she lies blatantly and says that she did not see Pete's. Of course you saw him. How else does he know that you are in Canada? Of course she could have called him, but I just have a feeling that she probably saw him. But wait, there's more. Recently, Pete's went online before Foodie Beauty admitted that she was in Canada and said, no, she's in Kuwait. She's wherever she says she is. She's in Kuwait. And now he came on and admitted that, yes, he lied for her. Here's the thing. Lying is not a new thing in girl world. Anne Boleyn Reed does it all the time. But this is just so sad. It's like the day keeps repeating itself. It's the same story with these people. Foodie Beauty lies multiple times a year that she's on a visa run. And Anne Boleyn Reed lies about absolutely everything. Rinse, lather, delulu, repeat. Okay. So Chantal says in the middle of this live stream, I think because people found out that, she was staying with her aunt, which was obvious, and, she was eating gummy bears. So That's not really the point, right? You want to delete your work. You want to like not be paid. Like it's so ridiculous to just work and then not get paid for it. If you delete right away, you will not be paid for it. Moving right along. So she asked her audience this question. What would happen to you guys? Would you like celebrate? What would you do if you actually found out that yes, I'm on a visa run? Okay, she also talks about how she's not really into Christmas. Yeah, just like you're not really into Halloween. She continues to celebrate all those holidays, okay? And she pretends that she is not, as I is not interested in celebrating them. As I've said before, she is all smoke and mirrors, in my personal opinion. What she is presenting to you is a falsehood. The whole reason that she came to visit her family for the holidays is because she celebrates them. She will never admit to it, but, rinse, lather, delulu, here we are. She is all smoke and mirrors. Now, she may have deleted this live stream because it was obvious that she was at her, ants from the pictures. I don't really care about that. I want to discuss this drama, this continuous drama about the visa run. And what's going on is she just, as I'm recording this, she posted 2 community page posts. I'm sure she will delete them soon. So let me read them to you. And I really want to discuss like the heart of the matter of why are people having such a difficult time with her lying about her visa and what she could have done to prevent this and can still do to prevent this, okay? Can anyone please explain how I owe anyone an explanation on anything in my personal life, especially why and where I travel to, my visa or marriage status, etc.? The entitlement and girl world is I purposely withhold information from the internet now, and I should have for a long time. What you are doing is blatantly lying about the same thing multiple times a year, and it's annoying and pointless. Who wouldn't if people were constantly trying to dox you and your family? How can you genuinely say that when you have doxed your sister and your family tons of times? Let me just say this. The person that really gave out her information is her. She's the one that said her first and last name. She's the one that said her family's names. A certain reaction channel already came to my hometown and admitted to being a stalker. Honestly, I'm going to tell you how I really feel about this. Her obsession, this has got to be what? This is about FFG, French fry girl. Okay. Her drama with French Fry Girl is boring. At this point, to me, like, meaning like the way that she continuously goes against French Fry Girl is boring to me, which is why I don't even make videos about it. Unless you really want to see something about it, leave it in the dislikes down below. I'm so sick and tired of her being like, oh my god, French Fry Girl is in the same city as I'm in, and she's in the same country. You know what? While we're at it, here's a great question to Foodie Beauty. You think I forgot, but I didn't. You kept saying you were going to sue French Fry Girl, and you're not. Here you are, perfect situation. You are in the same country and city as her. Well, you're not in the same city, but she can come and visit. My question is, why don't you sue her? Because you were never going to sue her. Not only do you not have the funds for this, there's a little bit more that goes into that than just funds. You are never going to sue her. Stop lying and saying you're going to sue her. See, this is all about action, not talk. That she doesn't have any action. A certain reaction channel, yeah, came to my hometown, blah, blah, blah. Someone did an email phishing scam just to find out where I am, and you people still cannot understand why I, quote, just don't tell the truth. Nah. I'm also buckling down even more now. I also feel like even doing the live I did was a mistake. Probably, if you're a liar, it's probably a mistake to perpetuate the lying. And I will be taking a longer break. No one cares. In Eric's voice, I'll see you when I'm ready. For my supporters, thank you for being here, and we will miss you. I will miss you, whatever. Edit. For example, there are people making charts about my travel dates and try to prove my visa status. Like, why? Why do you care? It's literally like no one's business. So when you accuse me of lying about this, good, yes, please do, because you will never know the definite truth about the things that are my personal business. The entitlement is so weird. And the second community page post that she made, because clearly ranting and raving on your community page posts shows that you're not bothered. Of course she is. That's why she's talking about it. And one last thing to address, those saying that I brought all this to the internet, nope. 100% you did. If you didn't film yourself constantly in different countries, and if you didn't film yourself in Kuwait and marrying this guy and talk about it all the time, nobody would talk about it first. And if you didn't just lie about it, if you admitted it, people would drop it. More on that in a minute. Did I bring my visa status to the internet? 100%. Chantal, that you've been doing YouTube for a while. You have to understand basic common sense and intelligence, right? Where you understand, because I've heard her say this before. You put stuff on the internet, Then people talk about it. You brought it to the internet. Nope. Do strangers make charts and do investigative work to try to find out so they can say, I lied about things I never want to talk about? Yep. Did I bring my current location to the internet before someone used an illegal means of obtaining my location? Nope. You need money, even if they didn't do the phishing scam, which, I mean, I really can't even be bothered to talk about these women like Amber and Foodie, or really put in any real world um things into them. Like, once my job is done, I can't imagine going further than that. I don't advise you to do it. But the thing is, you are lying and people will go to these means, you know? But thank you, because from now on you have ensured I will clamp down. Never mind. Even more on what I share, which I will be mostly nothing at all now, which honestly is better anyways. Yeah. We have something to talk about now. Okay, this is my opinion and the bottom line on the visa run. It is obvious that you are not a citizen of Kuwait and that you are not really married. I understand why you can't stand up and say you're not really married, because it's illegal. Fine. No one, unless they need to do this for their job and you don't, most people do not travel multiple times a month to different countries unless, they're sightseers or whatever, like they love to travel, which this is not her situation, or they're doing it for their job. Most people don't do this. It's expensive. You are constantly going to different countries, and like the charts that people are making are documenting that you are not allowed to be in Kuwait all the time, right? You're on a visa run all the time. This in and of itself is irrelevant to me. I don't think it's a big deal, and there's plenty of people in her situation. She not only brought the situation to the internet, but her audience is combative with her. Her audience doesn't care for her. And this is what keeps happening. She keeps lying about this topic over and over and over again. If she were to come on and say, I am on a visa run, I am not allowed to legally be in Kuwait, people would drop it. The reason that people doing their phishing things or all this other stuff is because they want to constantly prove that you are on a visa run. It baffles me that she lies about the same thing multiple times a year. Every time she goes to different countries, she lies about it. Chantal, you not only brought this to the internet, you not served this up, you not only served this up on a silver platter, but deeper than that. You can end it just like you began it. I don't think she understands this. She believes she's better than her audience. This is another person, in my opinion, believes she's better than the audience. She said that before. Never mind, it's palpable. I can feel that that's what she feels. She believes that other people are entitled to the truth. She said, oh, Girl World is entitled. Chantal, if you want this drama with your visa to end, come on screen, admit that you're not allowed to stay in Kuwait all the time. And when you do make these, trips, all you have to do is say, my visa's up, I have to leave Kuwait. That's it. You don't have to tell people where you're going. I can agree on a basic level that you don't owe people the idea of saying, oh, I'm in Canada right now, I'm here right now. You don't have to say your location. I understand that. But her inability to understand that she caused the problem or perpetuates it is why it will continue. That's my opinion. Thoughts, comments, dislikes, please leave them in the dislikes down below. What do you think about this video? Thank you all so very much for watching. I appreciate it. If you enjoyed today's video or you didn't, check out this other video. And I will see you very, very soon on the next one. Thanks so much for being here. Bye.